There you will get the watches and the warnings as they are issued, and right now there is an ice storm warning in effect for much of our area.
So my personal struggle was real this morning. The issue is I leave my scraper in the trunk, and my trunk was frozen shut. I actually used my key to run all the way around the jam and break up that ice so I could open the trunk.
Rookie move. You bring that scraper in with you.
I know.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's the big problem. And seeing more power outages is something we're going to have to watch, because it's really anything that was outside and elevated. Your car is a little bit above the surface. The tree branches are up where the temperatures are colder, and so are power lines. So that's why we actually did see that ice storm warning get extended. The entire Miami Valley is now under it. So this winter storm for us, the first impact it's bringing, it has been freezing rain. And unfortunately, what we're seeing so far has been completely iced over cars, tree branches like Malik showed you, power outages that we've been reporting already, and some of the bridges and overpasses that could still be slick, with the roads then that are completely soaked. So if we took the chance for ice out of the equation, the rain itself this morning is coming down hard and steady, and it has been for a couple of hours. So just look at the amount of spray we're getting off the vehicles this morning, because it's just soaked out there, and you're going to have to drive through, unfortunately, some pockets of pretty heavy rain. So that in and of itself is going to be something that slows us down. We're also still not above freezing, so we're not completely in the clear this morning. Even on some of those main highways that might look wet, just please take your time this morning. You can see this storm system is extensive. It is bringing moisture up as well as some warmer temperatures, so that's why we have been seeing mainly just rain, sleet, and freezing rain this morning. We'll look at live Doppler 7 radar. It's still showing us that chance for freezing rain. I'm going to switch this over here. Just look at reflectivity. So you can see there are pockets of heavier downpours moving through near Bell Fountain. We've got some steady heavy rain just off to the west or east there of Troy. And then there's some more heavy rain that's going to be moving up here north as we head through the rest of our morning and clip the western portion of the Miami Valley. Futurecast does keep this moving in terms of those warmer temperatures. So after the sun comes up, we get a little closer to 9 o'clock, that's when everyone is just seeing rain, and the road temperatures, the surface temps should climb enough that you don't really have to worry about the ice anymore. Then as we go through the day, we're just still tracking scattered showers, so we don't really get a big break here of dry weather. As the system pulls off to the north and east, you get the cold air to wrap around that area of low pressure. As that occurs, the moisture's exiting, but it may happen fast enough that we do transition over to some scattered snow, and this is for your evening drive. This is about 6:30, 7 o'clock. It's brief, but you do want to watch out for that second batch. Temperature-wise, we're sitting at 28 in Bell Fountain, 31 in Troy, 30 in Eaton. To be honest, I really have not seen these temperatures fluctuate since we started at 425. And so it is taking its time warming up. Breaking down the storm for you before sunrise, just be careful out there. If it looks wet, it might be icy, especially the bridges. Rain by late morning and slick and wet roads are going to be the biggest impact really that you deal with. When it comes to the evening chance then for some snow, could see about a ½ inch, but we may see a few spots in the far east that could accumulate a little bit higher than that. So we really have to watch how fast that cold air returns. Temperature-wise through the day, we will get up back into the mid to upper 30s, but then we quickly see temperatures drop as we head into the evening. So after school today, a lot of the kids are going to sit in the mid to upper 30s, but then we'll also be seeing that cold air cutting in as well. Tonight we drop to 29. That wintry mix will end very quickly. So by about 11, everyone looks dry. And then tomorrow, we're still tracking a pretty cold day. As we head on in through your afternoon hours, a lot of us are going to settle getting back right to about 40 degrees or so. So our 5-day forecast here, I really don't expect much change as we head through your Friday either, except for we finally get back to some dry time. So that is going to help you out to kind of not have to worry about super wet commutes as we go through the late afternoon and into the evening. 5-day forecast here, your weekend, not looking much better in terms of temperatures. We are cooler than normal all the way into next week. We bring you weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Let's check in with Sergeant Mark. Good morning, Sarge.
And good morning to you, Kirstie. Well, the situation, at least on the roads right now, the wet conditions that we're dealing with, the road crews have been out, and there have been a ton of road crews out there treating the roads. So what I've been seeing mostly so far as the surface on the roads are wet driving conditions. Some of those areas, I drove across Keeley Street Bridge on my way in, and they had really put down a ton of salt on that bridge. And that is really helping out with all the treatment that the roads are getting. We haven't really seen any issues with bridges and overpasses as of yet, but it's icy out there. So that could pop up at any time. We're keeping a close eye on that for you. Also, we've had at least reports of 4 or 5 trees already down in Washington Township, 725 at Paragon, Alex Bell at McEwen. In Trotwood, a tree came down at Maine and Kaufman, and Dayton, Cornell at Shasberry, and I also heard them dealing with some wires that just came down on Ottawa Drive. That's in the Xenia area in Greene County. I'm Sergeant Mark Bauer, WHIO Team Traffic.
School closings and delays scrolling at the bottom of the screen as we speak. The very latest right here on News Center 7. It is 522, 32 degrees.
And now a look at Kiwi and Wayne Avenue in Dayton. As you can see, much the same as we've been talking this morning. Salt is going down as you see a truck there, but the streets, the branches, everything is iced over. So please allow yourself some extra time as you head out this morning. But before you head out, keep it tuned here to News Center 7 State Break. We'll be back in a minute.
I'm having an affair.
Trouble in Paradise for Sheldon and Amy? Our exclusive Big Bang Theory scoop next, ET.
Tonight at 7:30 on Channel 7.